This is Beach by my man Godfrey, producer. Need some of these beats, man. Let us know. We'll shoot them to you. It's a nice small price to pay for them. Professional. Come check us out. I'll give you the talk. Let you know who he is, where to get the beats from. Check this out. A letter to a soldier's death wish. Family ties. Relax and understand why we're making this video. This was like very touching. Welcome. Good day. Hello. What's up? Give me 2 thumbs up. Hello and good day and good morning in each and every way. It's just the intro to see you come in real quick. We just get one. Things is hectic about here. Morning medication. You alright? Or to get it. What do you know is missing in our videos, right? We only have entertainment for you folks. Before we come in and do it. You know, it's just boom, it's quiet, just swimming around, and that's that. So we get a little some intro before we get in, before we get started. Now we're not gonna spoil y'all with a whole bunch of beats back to back to back to back. You know what I mean? We're not gonna spoil y'all with a bunch of beats back to back. We're just gonna let one particular beat go for a couple videos, and then play some other beats and just grindly, like slowly just get them into you. See if we can get one person. I'll just go for the first 3 minutes. But then again, that's it, because y'all loop the hell out that beat. You beat jackers. This is Kim folks, OMAR, HOSEA, saying peace and greetings. How y'all doing today? Letter to a soldier's death wish. Family ties. Here's the bullshit, right? Let's give you a quick history. Then we're gonna go into the meat and potatoes of this video. But here's the topic. There was a guy from the Moor Science Temple talk about, don't be taking my name, L's and Bays. You ain't part of the family and blah 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 blah. I wanted to go off on this ignorant ass dude, right? But some said nah, because he got a bunch of people that think like that and feel like that and act like that, right? So I'm like, all right. How do we not become the next Malcolm? How would we not become the next Malcolm? Now, this is a guy named Raptor News who had passed away. May he rest in peace. You know what I mean? But what he didn't know, that like all this information. Let me just say this. There's a lot of bloggers out here now. There's a lot of people who want to quote unquote tell the truth. There's a lot of people out here that want to express themselves, and rightfully so. But here's the problem why they end up dead. I did the physical research, the literal research of every downfall of every kingdom and every civilization. I really did. I said, if humanity is so beautiful, if man is just the king, and if woman is just the god that they say that they are, then why is the planet man, my phone is blowing up this morning. I don't know why. I'm trying to get this video out. Family ties. Letter to a soldier's death wish. So I researched every single king and queen on the fucking planet. And I researched their civilization, what started it, and what maintained it. Four simple things. And then each thing I asked her who, what, where, why, how, when, and what if. I add those principles to it. So now I look at the so-called black leaders and how they got murdered. They introduced everybody else to their house, and when they brought new niggas to the house, the new nigga wanted what you had, and so they banded with your enemies and overran your kingdom or your household. Got that? Um, Another family tie. We pray this in. Father, we thank you for waking us up. We ask for your wisdom and your guidance to help us get along together as families. We ask that you would put your spirit of Elijah in us. Because you said, in the book of Elijah, when the father and the son get together, and the son and the father get together, you'll spare us. When a mother and a daughter get together, and the daughter and the mother and the daughter and the daughter and the mother get together, you spare us. And when this family becomes rebuilt, you'll spare us. So we ask that for your wisdom and your guidance on how to put the family structure back. Selah. By the power of the Holy Spirit, I come to the problem before nothing to say thank you. Selah. All right, so damn. The picture get jumbled up after I pray. The guy asked me how I talk on the El Bay and the Islam. All right. Who gave you like who gave you the right and who you think you is type. Yeah, don't question my belief or my religion, even though I don't know him personally. So we want to clear the air with all folks. What the hell? What just happened? Shit. Resume. All right. Let me get this out because there's like a lot of stuff going on. Here's the point. In the Moor Science Temple, I want to answer this guy's question to all the Moors, L's, and Bays. What's up, Brother Cosmo L for Instagram? What's up, all the Moors, Bays, and L's, the Moabs, the Ammonites, whatever. What's up? Good morning, good day, happy hustle, first of all. I, for one person, is not your enemy. Don't care who you pray and who you not pray to. It's not my job. My job as a man is connect with other men and go towards the Most High Yahweh. That's it. And practice the Ten Commandments. That's where we get along at. I get along with anybody and everybody who practices the Ten Commandments. That's that. What you do while you're practicing the Ten Commandments, then that's something different. That's something different. That's something like very, very different. But if you are practicing the commandments, then we're gonna be cool. We don't have to worry about nothing. This is where me personally would draw the line with anybody who's practicing any religion, any color of skin, any politics. You could be Satan, Lucifer, devil, pedophile, whatever the fuck you think you want to be. If you never practice the Ten Commandments, you're not my enemy. You're an enemy of the Most High Yah. You're an enemy of the unnameable God. You're the enemy of the unnameable expression. You're the enemy of the unnameable frequency. Because if the Creator God if you could name it, it's no longer a God. That's the whole big mystery of the whole ideology behind who is God. What's up, family? And who's this and who is that? And that frequency can go wherever it want to. Family ties. This dude had me upset because he said my name, L and Bay, who's you to talk on Islam. And I'm thinking this dude don't know nothing about the history or the roots of man, let alone the religion and the traditions of man. And in my mind, I'm thinking how he's praising this El Bell, and want to try to stand up for something that he himself is even more embarrassing than I am. If I was to say, if I was to be what he said that, what I should be doing. So he's even worse than me. He's more shook than I would be. Because if you're the bloodline, literally, and you're actually supposed to be that, but yet you don't know how to be a man, then you put the cart before the horse. The man is the foundation of any tradition, of any civilization. If the man ain't aligned up with the creative man and all things that man need to be a man, and the man don't appreciate the creation and the gifts of the gift giver, then everything else you believe and trust in, flat out and perfect. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's just pure and perfect. Family ties. We're talking about real family. That's family ties right there. So whether you Christian, Jew, black, green, orange, LGB, CYS, CBS, ABS, FBI, CIA, whatever, it's still faulty. And for that, we ain't mad at you because that's your religion. You're not with this family, you with that family. And with California, they said you can't race car jump. Don't go to jail think you're going to jump from this hood to that. No. You better rep your shit. Because if it's like that in the streets, if it's like that in the prisons and the jails, you think the Most High y'all and the rest of the angels ain't saying rep your shit? Even Satan, like, nigga, you better rep your shit. You can't come here with that fake nigga shit in this world. In fact, have you noticed you ain't even got the same body that you had in that world? People don't like. It's like this. If you go to 3 different houses, out of those 3 different houses, a part of your personality is going to change because it has to adapt to all 3 houses. The environment, who's in them. It's called depth perception, family ties. What's up, Kim, folks? Depth perception. Who's there? You thinking too deep. That's deep. You're talking too deep for me. Because they don't have no depth perception. They can't perceive that far. You can't get mad at them. Family ties. So the motherfucker said, how you gonna talk to elves and bears and this and that? So I'm gonna give you the rundown to our not the Afro-Asiatic Moors of the planet. We're talking about the nigger Moor. The Moor nigger who traded the Husky slavery for a red star and a red flag slavery and a Masonic slavery. They just traded slave masters. They said, we don't want the Pelican slave master. So they digressed to the black slave master. Yeah, see, because the Pelican slave master, he runs the world, and that trickles down into colors from like pink, from white, pink down to orange. I don't know if y'all noticed that. The pale skin colors go from white down to orange. So black would be the last thing to get anything. But you go vice versa from the black man's life. He digressed from black all the way down to what is gray. Get that picture. Family ties. Check out the sound spectrum and light spectrum. I sent y'all a picture of the eyeball. New way of seeing shit. Yeah. Get a picture of literally the human eye and all the veins is behind it. And look at the veins in your arms and the veins in your mind and the veins in your body. And look at the things that it takes to make this oculi deceive your motherfucking heart and your friends. And then say, we kinfolk, we family, I love you. So it ain't the I right here. It's the ego out there. Family ties. You're guilty, say you're guilty and fix it. So this is going to tell the story, true history, about how I came into the Moor Science Temple. Answer to his question, to any Moor or Muslim or Muslim, I mean not Muslim, Islamic. One, I'm from a Black Panther Party era. Two, the Black Panther families named me this name, Omar. Three, from that graduation, my grandmother was the Eastern Star, one of the great Grand Dragonists. Alright, Sister of Nazarene with the gamble, boom. Jasmine hit that with the hammer, boom. Alright, so we're just following the path here. Black Panther, Baptist, religion, tradition. Then Elijah Muhammad popped up. Black Islam popped up. Was the end of that. The Black Panthers went into the Black Islam or the Black Nation of Islam. It was Elijah Muhammad, because this is after they assassinated P. Huey. And at the same time, there's a Black Christian revolution, or the Black Baptists or the Black Masons had a revolutionary, and that was the Martin Luther King. So we have a fork going on here. We have the militant Black Power, Black Panthers, Black Nation of Islam. Cool. In the beginning. Nobody knew the hook in their mouth at the time, but it was wonderful. But on the other hand, we had the Baptist Mason Christian movement. So if you would put it in two words, you would say Judah, or Israel, or Israel, and read on the right hand with Ishmael. Yeah. Ishmael and Israel of America are in war. And somebody knows that. So they had to put something, make something when they decided to start looking at each other saying, hold up, we're starting to get together. That was Malcolm's murder. The street man, Islam, Christian rose up from the hood, nice vernacular, passed our college courses called. No, Malcolm X, he did not know that the X is an ancient symbol. So they turned it this way instead of leaving it like that. Salute. And then they poisoned the X. They poisoned the spot. Or your square. They poisoned your square. Get the picture. So now, they destroyed Malcolm. They got P. Huey. They got I forgot the brother's name. He got shot in his prayer with his woman. Alright, that's the Israel part. The Ishmael part is where the Moorish Americans come in at. The Moors come in at through the Arab, Edom, Canaanite involvement. That was their part. To take care of any Black Muslims or militant Black Christians decide to come over to that side, y'all will block that. And so that's why you have a Christian, Islam, Christlam, short history prophet, and reincarnation, turban, talking about Jesus, science. And then link that science up to one Mecca and then send it somewhere else to Moab or Moabites. And then you do the history of the ancient Moab or the Moabites. Yes, they are family. They are our family. The Moors are our family. Regardless of what they did or what they didn't do, they are family. Family ties. So this is where Steve Harvey comes up with this Christlam thing. That Islam and Christianity for the marketing of the souls of men I had the phrase for that. When Steve Harvey went to Chrislam, they told you about Chrislam years ago. I had some of the videos, I believe. Steve Harvey manifested that. But on the other side, the Islam and the Christianity was really moral codes for the Hebrew Muslim, meaning he who crossed over from worshiping himself and nature and materialism unto falling under one creator who is seen, unseen, who is unnameable, but able to use the gifts that he gave us to create something beautiful for the planet, for ourselves, and give it to him and say thank you. You say, what you mean? Just look at Cain and Abel. Just go to look. If you want to know how to live on this planet, just look at what Abel did. He was a shepherd. He took care of his sheep. He made sure his sheep ate the best land. He thanked the Most High for providing what? His life, the sheep, and the food for the lamb. And so, because he knew that the Most High provided everything, he took that everything, made something, and gave it and offered it back to he who provided those things for him. I mean, it's always good to be a giver than a taker. There's not saying anything wrong with asking for something, but if you don't have to, it's always good to be able to give when somebody asks if they need it. And so the Most High knows what we need. The things is here. We say, here, Father, thank you. Boom. Family ties. So that's why I can say what we can say about the Moor Science Temple and its unfamily ties, its unrighteousness, and the shit that has been fucking up with. And then teach people the land of the law, the law of the land, and then sit there and watch other people abuse that law by taking over people's houses and mansions, whatever. Girls how to propagate the houses and mansions. The fact that the scriptures say, "Do not covet another man's hustle." So now people are going around staying in people's cribs that don't even belong to them, whether they leave it there or not, and don't go through the proper channels of getting it. That's messed up. Well, hold on, let me see something. I missed that question. I think I seen something. Let me see what it say. The hell? What is that? Do you support for Black Americans for horrific crimes the United States has done to our people? Do I support it? That is a good question. I'm glad you asked that. I support righteousness. Reparations. Here's the best reparation we had ever got. When they took the physical chains off a nigger, that in itself was a reparation. And if you want to let's look at the, matter of fact, I'm glad you asked that too. Let's look at that word reparation, what it really, really means. Because what we found out, family, and I'm saying family ties, there's everything to do with this guy who, I said, why would I talk on Islam and the Moors? This is why. Because it might be the black man who owes the black man the reparations. Matter of fact, it might have been that, guess what? The Most High Yahweh had already gave us our stuff, right? But the ones who we let in charge of the reparations is the new white man, or what is it called, a gray alien. What if it's the black man wanting to be a white man, really called the gray alien? And that just came just now. Now you said that. Reparations. Get that. What does reparations mean? No, I'm serious.
The definition of reparation. The making of amends for a wrong one has done, by paying money to or otherwise helping those who have been wronged.
Okay, it says. No, I'm serious, bro. I'm serious. We're talking about reparations, right? The making of amends for a wrong one has done. Now, if you look up the word of this group called Alpha Zeta, there's a guy He did the history on the Black Masons. All right. I have some photos. If you check out my Facebook or even Google my name, I have some photos that we had clicked of these people called the Alpha Zeta. And they was born out of the first slaves who was going into their first churches. These are our ancestors. The Alpha Zeta is our dead ancestors from the 1700s. We in 2021, we talking about let's be like our ancestors. Remember that? Toast to the ancestors. Let's live like the ancestors. So let's see if the ancestors was given our reparations and they died and spun them up, invested into the devil. Because some of our ancestors are doing it now. In fact, grandma got rainbow hair. So when you say, come on, bro, I'm talking to you like a fool. No, come on, bro. You've been living like a fool. We have the solution. We gonna this is what these videos is for anybody to chime in and ask questions so we can understand the reality that what we're looking at, the language don't fit the fucking truth. And we try to explain to each other what's going on. We sound like we sound like some fucking chimpanzees in the zoo. And it makes sense when I say, look at these monkeys. And then we talk to each other, we like, man, this nigga's a monkey around. Because now we can't talk to each other. Let's go with reparations and our ancestors, right? Oh, I ain't got my glasses on. Thank you. You sparked that us up too. Because this video is called Family Ties. The making amends, excuse me, the making amends for wrong is done by paying money to or otherwise helping those who have been wrong. The courts required a convicted offender to make financial reparations to his victim. Now, in the court of law, they said, matter of fact, I got the book for you. Let me turn the light on real quick. This is right on time. Now, we're talking about reparations, right? Now, when in the Bible, when God restored Jerusalem, i.e., restored means the reparations, when Rome gave them money back to go build their temple. Same thing in Syria, they gave the money back to go build their temple. When they gave Mandela, got him out of jail, and gave his people money back to go rebuild their city. When Muammar Gaddafi wanted to give Farrakhan money to build back the nation of the so-called black man. When Martin Luther King had all that money to build back, that's a lot of money, family. You're talking about reparations. Muammar Gaddafi was giving Farrakhan about $5-6 million, but somebody, quote unquote, said, America said they're saying that America wouldn't let them get that money. For real? Come on, man. When has a motherfucker stopped getting money? That right there, somebody believe that shit. Come on, you can't give me $5 million. Guess what? We gonna find a way. If you gotta give me motherfucking 1 billion pounds of shells that add up to $1 million over the next 16 months, I don't give a fuck. As long as it add up to my money. In this book, it's called The American Nations, my friend. To answer your question. Why about the scriptures? And in this book is called The History of the 11 Rival Regional Cultures of North America. All right? It's not a coincidence. 12 tenths of Israel, Ishmael, 12 tenths of Israel. Not a coincidence. 11 rival regionals. Here's the book. Let's you see that. You can see that, the book. All right. Written by Colin Woodard. COLIN Woodard. American Nations. So there's nations in America. And this is what they made their society over. Now, mind you, I have it noted for your answer. Okay, my brother? I have it noted for his answer about reparations and family ties. I guess he bounced out. But here's what it says. I think some of y'all should notice. I read this to some of y'all before. It says this. One might ask how such a tyrannical society could have produced some of the greatest champions of republicanism, such as Thomas Jefferson. Tyrannical society. Remember? Tyrant. That's the key word. Tyrant. George Washington. James Madison. The answer is that the Tidewaters gentry embraced classical republicanism, meaning a public model after those of ancient Greece and Rome. George Washington, who got a dollar bill? Let me show you. When you say you worship money, that's George Washington, right? My friend, reparations. 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 American nations. American nations and American nations. George Washington. I don't know if I can see that too good, but it's right here. Bang. George Washington. George Washington. George Washington. And the Tidewaters, or the Republican, or tyrannical society is made up of who? Greece and Rome. And Greece and Rome destroyed Jerusalem. And after they destroyed Jerusalem, now we're here in a modern time. We was given money already. Now they took the chains off. Yeah, we had land already. What do? Family? We wouldn't buy hats and shit like that, like the pale skin. This is a black culture. This is a black lifestyle to live like your slave master. It's from the beginning of the Bible to the end of the Bible, from the beginning of the Quran to the end of the Quran. That's the whole story of every single ancient mystic writing book. Is that you like living everything but the Most High. Everything but. And if you want to ask yourself why, you get the answer. Get a rule, get a picture of an eyeball, the inner workings of the eye, and ask yourself, what decision between all this material in my eyeball and what I'm out here is making me far from the Most High? Because you can't use these eyes. And what you see with these eyes, you can't take none of this shit with you. So you might want to get familiar with the I. Since I'm going to be I, myself, I'm the shit, I'm that nigga, I'm the superior race, I'm the smartest, I'm the greatest. I. And the little I, you don't even know what's making you do that. How's it processing? What's the purpose of that, the veins going into, like, is that to my left side of my brain? Because if it is, I need to know how to master that. Is it going to my right side? Is it, get to that self thing. So you're not even good at being selfish. Not you per se as we're watching, but just in general, right? So as another thing, Germanic concept of Fahrenheit, Yankeedom, freedom, Midlands. It says for the Norse, Anglo-Saxons, Dutch, and other Germanic tribes of Northern Europe, freedom was a birthright of free peoples, which they considered themselves to be. So that all man is free and equal has nothing to do with anything opposite of Rome, Greece, Yankeedom, Germanic freedom, Norse, Anglo-Saxon, Dutch, and European. And that's who runs this damn country, right? I.e., here's the book. So we have already been given our reparations already, and it's been, and our elders and our ancestors had already that's fucked it up. And we're paying the bill for it. Because of Moor Science Temple, Black Christian, Black Baptist, Black Mason, because the black history and black culture is keeping it that way. Black history is the ceiling for the uplifting, and stopping the uplifting of humanity. That's the ceiling. Because if I'm the downfall of my family, and I got to admit it, and change, so do you. And any woman would see that makes that happen. She wouldn't support the downfall of humanity by wearing orange hair, getting these fake fingernails, and putting all that pressure on the nigga so she can look good for somebody else. We would not support getting high. This is our medication. We are a chronic pain patient every day, all day, since 1995, non-stop. But because the Most High is merciful, was able to endure it and stay vibrant and sober in mind, body, and soul. And catch ourselves a break, man. You ain't gonna never be clean. They said the body's filthy. The earth is cursed. So much blood on the earth. The Most High is tired of hearing all these cries of blood being spilled. Just think, in World War I, and all that blood being spilled, World War II, III, Iraqi war, Desert Storm, even now, that's a lot of blood, man. Over money and religion and power. And if you can imagine being the Most High, and you're like, I did not create you to do this. Like, this has to be uprooted. Family ties, letter to a soldier's death wish. You know, I'm not smoking my little whole one. Fuck that. Family ties, man. Oh, I got my joint right here. I'm a person. Like, what the hell? But the way to do pop back into the purpose of this video. So we want to share with the brother is this. The next time you see a video or hear something, what comes out of our spirit. We don't make these videos just to be saying something or because we're getting nothing better to do. Rather sit in the quiet. There was a time that I got into Moor Science Temple because my cousin El Coleman Bay. I devoted Moor Science Temple scientist scholar from the Hill District, Pittsburgh, PA. El Coleman Bay. Y'all know him. Temple number 13 or 26 in Chicago. Light-skinned brother. My complexion. Full beard. Very intelligent. When his breath didn't even have a smell to it. That's how pure inside was, man. I remember him like I'm looking at this screen. His inside was so pure, man. His breath didn't have a smell. His eyes were so white, it was like, and he never let nobody in his crib. I'm a young boy at this time. Mind you, my grandmoms and them was teachers in Christianity, Baptist, in the Masonic ladies, Masonic order. Right? I'm reading their books, boom. I'm meeting the people, we talking to them, we getting the literature, we seeing how they live. The Black Panthers, I'm around a bunch of those who still from the Black Panther era. I'm a young boy. I'm picking up all this history, which I didn't at the time, but I enjoyed it. It was different than being on the streets. Plus, I was never a gangster, was never a killer, was never a drug dealer. A lot of women, but I was never a pimp either. Never good at being this was never my thing. Anywho, so one day he decided to take me to his crib. And it was the first time I ever seen an apartment full of nothing but books, family. They gave me a new light. They gave me a new light on furniture, on what was important in life. And he had this big map of the planet of the world in America on his wall of the original lands, the original. And he spoke about the Most High and truth, and how about the nature of Islam, and the message of quote unquote prophet of Noble Drew Ali. So this name of Mexican stuck in my mind. I named my daughter a Mexican because of that experience. What's up, Mexi, wherever you at? He went to Chicago. This is sort of the story. And he went up there. I guess they were having some gathering or something. This is in the late 80s, I believe. Mid 80s. And I guess they was having a debate or something. Long story short, somebody poisoned and messed his voice up. So when some guy gets on my line and on my messenger and tell me about his Baal, Bay, El, and his Islam, his A.M. Bell, his family, and that same vibrations would silence my cousin's voice, I have to ask him, oh, you that same spirit that silenced my cousin's voice? Are you out here to attack the truth, the true meaning, and whatever Islam means? If it's a whole bunch of words crushed into one word called Islam, there must be an action behind that. There must be a vibration, and Ya Allah must bless that. And by silencing my cousin's voice, who was a wonderful, honest man, a righteous man, who taught me as a young boy how to be righteous, and you silence his voice, I had to make this video called Family Ties. So does that mean every Moor is poison? Does that mean the Science Temple is poison? No, that doesn't mean that per se. But there's some roaches running around in there that need to be crushed and spray some shit on it. They had to spray, Google it, it's called Bitch Be Gone. That's some spray for it. Spray some Bitch Be Gone on them. Yeah, in front of there's this actual spray that you can buy. It says bitch spray. You gotta wash it down. And in fact, speaking of washing, in the scriptures, it says Revelations, they will wash their robes white. That's one of Revelations. We just read that. Wash your robes white. So please, if you're religious and something we said offend you, it was supposed to spark you to go research, not take it personal. That's what gets, that's what I need one thing. Would get innocent people hurt. That's not family. Righteousness is in the correction. That's what we say. If there's anything you should hear me say, is that right or is not right? I'll take the correction. But if it's what you thought we was wrong at, you found out that you was really wrong, then take that same correction and correct yourself. Even light beams off a mirror. A light ain't gonna go destroy itself. Matter of fact, ain't this camera reflecting my face? Beam correction. Boom. Like, oh, so I gotta correct that. So it's wrong correcting what's on our heart. And what's on our chessboard. I'm gonna make that video about that. The chessboard. What's on your chest? Now get this picture from a creator side. If you're a globalist, a human capitalist, literally human capitalist, you capitalize off humans. You say, what's on their chest? Literally. And then you make a board game out of it. And all you need is a few chess people or humans. So how many we need? 36 squares. Why 36? Because 3 and 6 by nature is perfection. Perfect order lives in the good and the bad. Now that's what's perfect in them is the order. Now what steps in the order goes, that's what owns conscious desire. Because you can't go somewhere, you can't desire something you're not conscious of. Try it. Because if you are, that means somebody fed it to you. Somebody poisoned you. You have something on you that you have not conscious of, but it's there. So how did I get there? You've been poisoned. Family ties. What's something else too? I want to share with y'all. We drop this beat. A man make these beats. Tell us what you think. Let's go.
Oh, you fancy ass ball playing Negro suckers. The reason for any orders given by a superior officer is none of y'all business. You obey them. That's something in this war. And you niggas are soldiers. Something else. Something else.
Let's see what this says. Let me get it. Bluetooth from that coming on, man. I don't understand why my Bluetooth is now coming on, man. I don't understand. Uh-oh. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Now I got my Bluetooth to come on, man. So here we go again. Here we go again. My Bluetooth is back on. I'm not trying to bring back that old hip hop beat. Bring that vibration back, like, and y'all got a little flow. I am D-Mouse, trying to put something fresh together, a little revenue. Bring jazz back to Pittsburgh, man. Cause like our cousin is George Benson, bass player. Paul Swinfield, one of the best players in the city. We didn't know George Clinton was from the hood. You know what I mean? George Clinton was born down the street from where I was born at. George Benson is from Homewood. Like a lot of classics come from up out of where I'm from, where we at. So let's have another beat. Let's see what else you got here. Here's another one. Alright. I think this for y'all guys that like that R. Kelly two-step. Young man Godfrey make these beats, so what are y'all beats that y'all want? Yeah, hit us up on the inbox if you want some of these beats. You know, hit no. And then just boom. Tap, boom, boom. Ben, tell us what you think about that, about the beat. How that sound right there? Should we write something to that? Should we promote that flavor? You know, bring that back to the hood, bring that back to the crib, and then swiggle. I thought that might be healthy. Check it. Family ties. Family ties. Happy hustle. You can get it on the muscle. Happy hustle. You can come and get it on the happy hustle. You can come get it on the double. Happy hustle. You can come and get it on the muscle. Family ties. Family ties. You don't have to ask why. You don't. Never. Ever. 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 Have to ask why. Family ties. You don't never ever have to ask why. Ain't no more tears. Ain't no more crying. Happy hustle. Family ties. Family ties. Agent Kim Fogle, Moor, HOSEA saying peace, greetings. Good morning. Spread a little sunshine on somebody, give us somebody suntan. Because when you shine, I know I get a suntan. Till next time, may the Most High keep y'all safe. Father, we thank you for the swiggle. We thank you for you guys. We ask that you help us to keep it family. We ask you help us to understand what family really means and what it does. By the power of the Holy Spirit, we come into the power before me and after me. I say thank you. And to you guys, shalom. Let's hit this up out of here. And I'll be having a hard time trying to hang these things up. We got two. Okay, we got two.